You know, sometimes people ask me what my favorite game is of all times. My answer to that is possibly what I'm going to be talking about inside this video. I don't have one, I have 5, and each of these games is a personal favorite for a reason. So without no further ado, let's get started. Okay, so the first game on my list is Fallout. Fallout 3 is my favorite Fallout. It's the Fallout that got me introduced to the whole Fallout series. I love New Vegas and I love number 4, but Fallout 3 has a special place because it's the first one I got introduced to. But I think Fallout 3 does something that the other Fallout games do not. It really amplifies what a vault is to a person. And you pretty much start in a vault as a child, a toddler, and you grow up inside of a vault. There's nothing else that you know other than you're in a vault. Back in 2008, when this game got released, not everybody was watching YouTube. There were quite a few, but not everybody was doing it. That was still a growing platform. TikTok wasn't out. There wasn't any short things. The only reason that you would have heard of a game may have been word of mouth, or you've played a previous game from the same company. Like for me, I found out about this game because I was a fan of the company, because the previous thing that I played was Oblivion, which was an open world explorable game where you could buy houses and all that kind of stuff. So I was expecting something similar inside this game, but not too similar. But that first moment you step outside of the vault for the first time and you get introduced to the outside world, and realizing that there are roads going here, there, and everywhere, and you're not quite used to the compass just yet, you're still getting used to it, and you go, well, I could go anywhere. That's what you do. You just go and explore and you do your own thing. And you do kind of realize that your main goal is to search for your dad who ran away from the vault, so that's part of the main goal, but you'll find out very quickly if you do that, you're going to be up against different creatures and characters that are going to be out-leveling you in a lot of areas. So the best way to play the game is to level up your character. To do that, you need to search for different missions, and you need to kind of explore the world and, you know, see different ways you can level up your character. Otherwise, you know, you're going to be very caught off guard in some areas. But yeah, that's Fallout. I absolutely love it. I love the world it gives you. I love what you can do inside of it. It's very freeing, very explorable, very much allowing you to do whatever you want to do inside the game, and I think it's brilliant. I think that's possibly one of the best things you can do inside of a game, allow you as the character to choose and do whatever you want inside of a game and give you loads of options to do it, and that's exactly what Fallout 3 does, and it follows that pattern in Fallout New Vegas as well. And I would say you can probably do that in Fallout 4 as well. However, I just got completely distracted in Fallout 4 by building my own settlement, and I think that's kind of where the majority of the game just ends up going all the time. But yeah. Anyway, we'll move on to the next game. And I'm going to play in the remastered graphics, but this is Halo Combat Evolved. And I'm going to say this about the game. It was my first game I ever played in the realm of gaming that really got me into the feeling of, oh, I get to control this character and control where this character moves. Like, this game came out in 2001, and to see the level of gaming in 2001 then I think that's just class. I think what they did in gaming back then was just awesome, and this was the first proper shooter that I ever played. I think one of the best things about this shooter genre compared to other shooter games out there is the fact that the character that you play as, Master Chief, always wears a mask. In fact, the lore is still building. There's not a lot of lore in the game as of such, as the game came out in 2001, so you could be as creative as possible. And the fact that this was a game where you went into a room and there were loads of creative alien designs, and it was the beginning of something that would spark a trilogy that I absolutely loved in gaming, from Halo 1, 2, and 3. Also, you know, there is so much lore inside this game. You know, there's the guns that you use, there's the weapons that the aliens have, it's the alien ships, your ship that you arrive on Halo with, and, you know, and it is also, you know, again, there's all the aliens that you get introduced to. There's so much information inside this game, and all it does in the sequels is just build upon what you originally started with, and I love it. Anyway, we'll move on to the next game. The next game on the list is Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. This was the game that really got me into Grand Theft Auto. The fact that this game just tried to do something absolutely crazy and make everything possible was just what GTA is. It's the definition of what GTA is and why we have GTA Online and Grand Theft Auto 5. This was just like the pinnacle moment of going like, yeah, this defined Grand Theft Auto as a game. This game came out in 2004 and you can see that it tried to, it was basically a sponge and it tried to soak up everything it possibly could do, even though it felt like it wasn't supposed to do that. Like, for example, there was a massive open world that you could explore. There was also ways to change your clothes and change your hairstyle. You could even go to the local clocking bell to get fat or thin, depending how much food you ate. You could also get yourself a can of spray and spray tag walls. You could even customize your vehicle to make it the way you wanted it to look. But this was limited because it was 2004, but it would be what Grand Theft Auto 5 would end up being. But overall, that's what Grand Theft Auto San Andreas was. It's basically a game where it tried to soak up as much stuff as possible and tried to push limits, and I absolutely love it for that. Moving on to the next game. And the next game is, of course, Mass Effect. I mean, you could parallel Dragon Age for this same reason, but I'm going to go with Mass Effect for this particular one. And I absolutely love it. I love 1, 2, and 3. I love the Legendary Edition, which is currently what you're seeing right now. This is the Legendary Edition of the game. And I think this game is brilliant. But if you think Mass Effect is a shooter game and you haven't seen it before, then you're dead wrong. Because, you know, if you're going for a shooter game, you're not going to get that out of this. This does have shooting mechanics in it, and you are going to be able to shoot the enemy, so that is quite a bit of the game. But in addition, this is a story game, and because it's a story game, it has to give you a lot of talking and speech options that you can choose how you want to play your missions. Right from the get-go, when you first start your game, you are going to be able to create your character, give him some backstory, and choose the skills that you want your character to have when you play this game. Then you'll be thrown into a cutscene where you'll be having some dialogue where you actually get to choose the outcome of that conversation, and that's pretty much every conversation that you're going to have for the rest of this game. Now, you'll start off with just your character that you play as Shepard, but immediately, very soon, you'll realise that this is a squad game as well, where you get to choose who you want to take on a mission with you. And also, there's kind of a morality choice as well, where you get a Renegade or Paragon approach, depending on what colour the text is. Blue for Paragon, red for Renegade. And both of them will get you through the mission, but the one's gonna be nicer and the one's gonna be not so nice. Also, it's set in a future where we got it right with aliens, where, you know, there are bad aliens out there, but there are a lot of good aliens as well. And, you know, you kind of see the mixture of humans and aliens getting along with each other. And obviously there's a few bad humans and aliens out there as well. But sometimes it's like you're teaming up with aliens to take on bad humans. So, you know, it's a game that's quite a bit of morality inside of it, and it's all about depending whether the person or the character is good or bad, rather than whether they're aliens or humans, which is a nice thing to have to a game. And one of the things I absolutely love is the fact there's a galaxy map that you can actually choose to take your spaceship that they give you inside this game wherever you want throughout the galaxy. Now, you can't drive the spaceship, but you can order it, and you can tell the driver, who is called Joker, where you want to take the spaceship and where you want it to go to. Now, some areas are locked off, so for example, you can't land on every single planet, but there are lots of planets that you can land on within this game. But I think the ability of being able to have loads of different planets to land on just gives you the fact that they can change up the environment, so there's a lot of variety of different planes of land inside this game. Anyhow, that's the game for you right there. That's Mass Effect, and we'll move on to my last and final game that I absolutely love. And that, of course, is Hitman. Hitman is generally one of the best games of all times because it's just a big open world playground for you to spy on people, play around with whatever is available on the map, and then take them down whatever way you want. There's no rules except take the target down. That's all the rules there is. The rest of it, up to you. Take any approach you want, literally any approach. There's so much freedom inside this game, it's unbelievable. Give a player a playground to take down the enemy, and that's all you have. Personally, for me, I'm kind of like a very non-changeable suit type of character where I will try and do every single mission suit only, because you can change outfits on this game and dress like other people, which allows you to go in places that you wouldn't normally be allowed to go in, or you could sneak past guards that are potentially looking for you if you get caught. Or just walk right close in the room where your target's at and don't worry about being spotted because nobody knows who you are and they just presume that you work there. There's even what you want to take with you onto a mission. So in every single mission that you can play, you can decide what you want to take with you into the place where you're going to be taking down the target. For me, I do kind of like the lockpick and the electric card hack, the signature shoot, and the gun. Those are my personal picks to take through every single mission. I might change that up if there's a particular mission that doesn't require, for example, a key card, but I'll mostly use this setup. So, in an overall, you can use whatever outfit you want to get into any areas that you want, depending on how you want to go about doing it, as long as you don't get spotted, or if you want to get spotted, that's completely up to you as well. Choose whatever equipment that you want to take onto a mission with you, and your only objective is to take down the target. Outside of that, the game's an open world playground for you to explore and do what the hell you want inside of it. I think that's what I like about gaming, the open worldness, the availability to play the game and to do it however you want, and to give me loads of options doing it as well. I think that's just some of the best stuff that you can do when playing a video game, and that's why I love a lot of the games that I love. So with that all said, thank you so much for watching. What's your favorite game? Write it down in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys on another Jump Inside video very soon. Thanks for watching, and goodbye, and hope you have a very good rest of 2025. There is one more video coming out. It's the podcast, but that's already pre-recorded. This is the proper last video that I'm recording for this year. Thank you, and goodbye. Hey, thank you so much for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy the video, then please don't forget to consider to like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on another Jump Inside video. Goodbye.